call Dak Prescott insane. I don't want to call Jerry Jones insane, but by gosh, they look and are acting like it. What do I mean? Well, I just read this quote recently. In case you haven't read it, I will read it for you. I'm not going to stop being aggressive. That's the belief I have in myself. Remember Dak said that December 1st? Well, what has happened since then? Dak Prescott has thrown 5 interceptions, tied for the most in the NFL. Pause for a second. The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Dak says, I'm not going to stop being aggressive December 1st. He's thrown 5 interceptions since then, the most in the NFL. Let's see the next quote. Because owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, says, I thought he played outstanding. I thought he made good decisions. Overall, we can win if he plays like that. Jerry Jones said that after a 2-interception game, including an interception that led to a game-winning touchdown for the opposing team. The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I will not call Dak Prescott insane. I will not call Jerry Jones insane. But if that is, in fact, the definition of insanity, man, they really starting to act like it. Dave Hellman, let me come to you in reference of the very last quote, Jerry Jones saying, I thought Dak Prescott played outstanding. You have an issue with Jerry Jones saying that?
Why would I have an issue with the truth? Why would that bother me? You ready?
Take your time.
This dude is crazy.
Take your time.
I'm so happy you're back, Shady. You realize in this game that Dak played so poorly, this game that Dak cost his team, he finished with a higher quarterback rating. He finished with a top 10 quarterback rating in the NFL for Week 15. He had a better quarterback rating than Jalen Hurts, than Justin Herbert, than Joe Burrow, and also and then Tua. Tua as well, y'all's favorite guy. He had a better quarterback rating than Tua in that snow game. Dak scored 34 points. Dak, we're in 2022 now. We got companies that chart this stuff. Pro Football Focus credits Dak tied for the league lead with 6 interceptions that have come on non-turnover-worthy plays. Plays where the quarterback decision-making and throw are not at fault. You say you have a problem with Dak being aggressive. I ask you, what is aggressive about throwing a mesh route 4 yards to the sticks on 3rd down to pick up a first? How about this? Check this out. On Sunday afternoon, if Noah Brown catches a 4-yard pass and doesn't let it clang off his shoulder pads for a pick 6, Dak would have been, after that throw, 7 of 11 for 110 yards and a touchdown on 3rd down. Converting 65% of his 3rd downs. That's just as a passer. Picked up 2 more as a runner, by the way. Those were Dak's numbers on 3rd down in that game. I can do this all day. At halftime, he was 15 of 16 for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. By the way, I've brought up Noah Brown already. We talked about him yesterday. He comes out today and says, that is a catch that I have to make. 10 times out of 10, I've got to do it. It's on me. So yes, they lost the game. Dak has had a problem with turnovers. He played really good football on Sunday, and I applaud him for not wanting to change too much. 5 interceptions since he said he wanted to be aggressive? Again, 3 of those I don't put on him. It's fine. It's fine if y'all disagree. They scored 34 points in that game.
Yo, listen. I couldn't wait to get here. To talk to him. Are you serious?
Everything I just said is true.
You're tripping. Jerry Jones is tripping.
Where do you find the issue?
No shoestrings. They just fall everywhere. Are you serious?
Where do you find the issue?
See my watch coming off? No, let me take my watch off.
Take your watch off, big dog. Get comfortable, big dog.
What did I say that wasn't true?
First of all,
the watch is nice.
Yeah. First of all, Dak is ass, right? Can I say on TV? Because he is ass.
You can say whatever you want on TV.
Okay, that's one thing. This is the 2nd game that he's just lost by throwing picks. He threw 2 picks to the Packers, right? Had 14-point lead, lost, come back. They was up 17. My man, 17 and lost, picks. That first one, that pass he threw, the second one, not the first. The first one was terrible. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
That was awful. Where was he throwing that ball to? Dak Prescott has the easiest job and the second easiest job, right? The first, I go to Purdy and Jimmy G with the Niners.
Yep.
Great defense, right? Run the ball very well, make safe passes. Dak has the easiest job in football. The picks he throwing, those are even not he's not even trying to fit the ball through the needles or the smaller windows. These are easy passes. They run the ball well. What else can you do? I'm paying you $160 million. That's how you play? If you tell me that's outstanding, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm lost for words.
He had a top 10 passer rating for the week.
Man, I don't care. You keep talking about these numbers.
Yeah.
When you watch
they matter.
They matter. When you watch the game with your eyes, the same eyes that you have, I have two eyes too. I watched the same game. He looked trash.
I got one more. Can I go one more? Can I go one more?
This is crazy. This is like, I think it's like I'm getting punked or something. Like,
after
this is crazy.
Dak,
Kutcher.
Yeah, hold on. Before you go, because you want to go so bad.
I got one more.
When you all watched the game, like, he looked good to you? He lost the game for him, though, like, to the Jaguars.
No, he didn't.
I'm off. I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
After Dak, it was a bad pick. I said it yesterday. That's the thing. I'm not delusional. He threw a bad pick early in the game. He helped the Jaguars claw back in. Jaguars take the lead. What does Dak Prescott do?
11 plays.
He threw a pick.
11 plays.
11
75 yards
this year.
7 minutes, 13 seconds, touchdown.
5 of 5 for 50. 5 of 5 for 50 on a drive to take the lead again. He's not a bad quarterback. You don't have.
He's not bad. He's not bad. He's above average. Dak, real talk. Dak is so average, it's crazy, though. The hype he gets, if he played for any other team, we wouldn't even never talk about him.
I'm the only person
What
on
you
TV
mean?
that says anything nice about this
He
guy.
got you hyped up for his first
What
owner.
hype?
His owner and you to say that he actually played outstanding.
Joy, you want in or you entertained? I mean, see.
Joy, talk some sense to this guy. He don't want to listen to you. Please talk to him.
Look, I don't have an issue with Jerry saying this because I really just don't pay that much attention to what Jerry says about the team anyway. Like, it doesn't. What was he talking about? A quarterback battle earlier in the season.
It was true.
Odell was coming. I don't know. I don't want
Cooper
that.
Rush, yeah, Cooper Rush.
Like,
man.
so Jerry's going to say things. That's what he does. Part of the reason why I don't take the Cowboys seriously. Now, please keep talking. This is good for us. We love it. I love Jerry quotes. But part of Jerry quotes, so what he said was we can win most games. Most games. Most is the important. It's the operative word here.
Nobody wins them
They
all.
should beat Jacksonville.
Yes.
They can't throw interceptions like he did during the game to let them come back into the game. And he's the quarterback. He's the guy. So whether that's on Noah Brown or not, it happens, and they lost the game. So you don't get to, the victors write the story. That's how it goes. We can look at it however you want, but do you feel good about that performance against the Eagles in the postseason?
No.
You feel good about that performance against San Francisco in the postseason? You feel good about that performance against the Vikings in the postseason?
The Vikings, maybe. The other two, not so much.
Watch the Vikings the other day?
I'm being facetious.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can win most games. You can't beat Jacksonville playing that way, obviously, because you lost. So it's not that I think that Dak should stop being aggressive. I understand the insanity quote, but there's also a quote that people like to subscribe to, shoot or shoot. So you got to keep trying. He can't stop being aggressive and throwing the ball because he's throwing interceptions. But he's got to make better decisions. So to say he's playing outstanding, that feels like a pretty high bar for someone that just lost and threw a crucial interception that allowed the Jacksonville Jaguars to get back into the game.
Dave, this is where I question, because you and I go back 6-7 years working for the Cowboys when Dak was drafted. We were working together in Dallas. I have biggest issue with them saying that's outstanding. Because if that's outstanding, then what was Trevor Lawrence's 4 touchdown, 1 interception, 320-yard performance? Yeah. If 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, 250 yards is outstanding, what's 4 touchdown, 1 pick? Generational?
Or 300 yards.
Like. It wasn't. What was Josh Allen's performance against the Dolphins? That was a good performance. And it was almost good enough to win, maybe. But I don't even know if I can say it's good enough to win because of the pick that allowed the Jags to crawl back into the game.
Here's the thing. Okay, outstanding. No, it's not an outstanding performance.
You said that.
Here's because the flip side is ass. You said ass.
You said that.
You say that. You did say that.
That is the world.
There's a pendulum swing going on here. We could probably find a reasonable word in the middle.
The world we live in is if Dak doesn't win, he sucks. And it's ridiculous. He's playing very good football. He obviously could stand to be better. I've never once tried to deny that. But I think the thing that gets me is, and this is the world that the Dallas Cowboys quarterback lives in, is you're either the best thing since sliced bread or you're an embarrassment to the game.
Let me ask you this. Let me interrupt you to ask you this. Let's look just at the NFC, because we're starting to get into playoff time. That's why these shows are so valuable, because now these shows are more meaningful than they've ever been. Dak is not currently playing better than Kirk Cousins.
No, he's not.
Dak is not currently playing better than Jalen Hurts.
Don't even got to mention it. You don't got to mention that.
If we're being real, if we can all be honest, I don't believe this is crazy. I don't think Dak is playing as good as Brock Purdy. Dak not playing as good as Brock Purdy.
You wanted something.
This is the current playoff picture, right? You have the Buccaneers, you have the Commanders, you have Daniel Jones with the Giants if they get in. Dak's probably not playing as good as Jared Goff and the Lions, but I will only talk about the top pictures which y'all are seeing right now. So, Dave, if Dak is playing as the fourth best quarterback in the NFC of a playoff picture of 7 teams, doesn't that, even as a Dak Prescott fan and apologist, doesn't that give you a little bit of concern?
The whole thing gives me concern. I've been saying, and to a degree, I'm with y'all. Like, there are so many reasons for the interceptions. At some point, the buck stops with the quarterback. And like the whole definition of insanity thing, this is a trend that's been going on since he came back from injury. It hasn't stopped. I'm not sure if it can stop. That's a little bit on Dak for not being willing to rein it in a little bit. That's a little bit on not having great receivers. Point being, it's going to be a problem in the playoffs. But